Hello, welcome to another unboxing. This time it's Kate Bush Remastered Part 2. I wasn't going to get this because most of the albums that I really like are in the first one, and I've already got, you know, the main albums here, and I was thinking, well, do I really want this? Because a lot of people have moaned about the packaging. I've had a bit of a moan about the packaging and the lack of extras in the first box set, but then I wanted the extras, so I thought, well, I kept it on my wish list. I mean, it was going for about £95 or something, and it dropped to 38 quid. And I think there's 11 discs in here, so £38, that's not too bad. And some of the comments have said the Ariel sounds better, and I've read down a few saying this sounds better, and I thought, oh, okay. So I thought to complete the set I would get it after all. Is that an Ariel type thing going on there? Right, so you get this little sheet which I will be throwing away, which tells you, you know, what's there. Ariel, director's cut, 50 words for Snow, Before the Dawn, and The Other Sides. Includes 3 original studio albums remastered, each with their own booklet featuring beautiful artwork. Oh, that might be a bit better than the previous one then. And lyrics, plus the 2014 live album Before the Dawn, which I haven't got, and a 4 CD collection of rarities, including 12-inch mixes, B-sides. Now, if it's 4 CD, why didn't they put 2 of those CDs in the other box set, in case you didn't buy this one? Right, so I've actually thought, by the look of it, that it had a bit that you lifted off here. That's what it looks like, but no, it slips out. Okay, it's a fairly sturdy box that should stand up to the test of time all right. It's the same design, which is rather nice actually, as the last box set. But this time it's fully populated, there's no gaps. Okay. Right then, so that looks pretty much the same as the one I've already got. Hard to tell them apart, really. Other than this looks a bit newer. That right up close there. See, that's a lot better than the other box set. I mean, they should have had stuff like this for every single album release, because they're all pretty important. There we go. Okay, so that looks... See, the other box set, they all had something linking them all together, a little bit of art design and blow-ups and things, and the packaging was slightly redesigned, whereas that doesn't appear to be. Director's cut is actually in a booklet sort of form. I haven't had the original, so I'd imagine that's probably how it was. I can't see, I like them changing around some of the things. I mean, she's used her son now as a computer voice, hasn't she, or something, and changed a few things around. And I think Rolf Harris has been removed in one of the albums, but I think he still plays Didgeridoo on the Dreaming in the previous album. But there we are. And obviously Ulysses' words have been changed in some, but that was the previous one. So there we are. That's director's cut. Well, they're all in quite nice booklets. I'm going to have to go and get my originals in a minute and just see if they are the same. It's this nasty packaging though, look, where it's quite easy to scratch your discs because they're very tight. So I'll be putting mine in some little sleeves to help protect them. There we go. Nice booklet. And oh, okay, this is rather. Oh, that's terrible. It's like a card that looks like it isn't going to last very long at all. So there's no uniformity. I mean, if they all come out in booklets like that, you know, nice hardback, that would be lovely. But no, it's just a mismatch. Well, it's got the design here to tie it in with that. That's about it. And I was one of the lucky ones that went to see this. It was quite interesting because this little wooden man who was walking around, they had a man all dressed in black who was the puppeteer. And then later on, it just walks out on its own and it's actually a smaller person inside this thing, and they swap around when you don't realise, which was quite good. And right at the end, she appeared as she gradually, during the performance, more and more feathers came on her arm, dark feathers, and she appears above everyone and comes out as like a big crow or something right at the end, which was quite good. But I thought the first half was much better than the second half. And she only went back as far as Hounds of Love. But that's how it starts with this film. Over in the water, waiting to be picked up. And they have a lot of helicopters searching for the audience and things. There's some fantastic sets. She's in a house that sort of moves from side to side, and they're on a big buoy at one stage and all sorts of things. But the music and the sets were better in the first half. The second half was more of the albums I don't like. You know, I preferred the earlier ones. I was rather sad that she didn't do at least one track from the Kicking Side on the piano, because she did do a few tracks just on the piano. I was hoping she might just do a few, but she didn't do anything before Hounds of Love. And I was sat 5 rows up, right there. That's where I was sat. I was really close. Yeah, this thing moved around and spotlit people, and it had all fans in it, so it blew down on you to make you feel like it was a helicopter above you. It was quite nifty. And at one stage they had a cannon go off, with all this stuff go up in the air, and I grabbed some of these and I've got them. In fact, in a minute I'll grab a few things. I'll grab the programme for this and the little bits of confetti that I held and my ticket, and I will also get some of the other discs. I'll just grab 50 Words for Snow and Ariel and just see if they're the same. Well, this is quite nice actually, pictures in here. I think that's near the end when she said she was singing with her brothers. It's in one of the tracks, isn't it? On oh god, what is it? Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, the Ninth Wave was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, all this is all in the first part of this house that moved around, and it really was good. Yeah, and these fish people appeared every now and again, and quite often the people that were moving the set around were dressed like these fish people as well. Yeah, on this buoy in the middle of... And this was all... well, it was all just curtain material or something being moved. It was very effective and really, really good. Mind you, it was a lot of money to go and see her. Yeah, I'm glad I did. I was very lucky. I was on the computer. I had about 15 tabs open. I was trying to pay for each one. I mean, if they'd have all gone through, I'd have gone bankrupt, I think. So I think it's about £600 I paid for 4 tickets. Something like that. Yeah, so this bloke walking around with this little puppet, And then later on, it just walks around on its own. That was quite clever, I thought. But in fact, when the chap comes around walking on his own, it's actually a little bit bigger than that one. They should have kept the scale the same. That's a little tiny niggle. This door thing was in the second half. And she was just talking to her son, I think. And he was a painter or something. And I don't know. Got a bit arty-farty in places with the second half. You can see the feathers starting to appear. And of course, photography wasn't allowed. There we go. So she's gradually turning here. So all through the performance, it changed. And it was a brilliant. It was at the Hammersmith, as I like to call it, or the O2, whatever it is, sponsored by, I don't know, Dog Mix UK or whatever. I just call it Hammersmith. Or is it Hammersmith Apollo, isn't it there or something? And I went sort of fairly early on. I think it was in the first few weeks when we had our tickets. Oh, there is actually, like the ones before the discs, there's actually some artwork inside, which is always nice. Oh, triple, eh? Okay. Is there a Blu-ray out of this, I wonder? I can't remember seeing one. There must be by now, surely. It's years ago, isn't it? And they were quite hot on stopping people taking photos of everything. They had people right the way down each side looking at everyone to make sure no one took photos. But I think what they were worried about, like the bit when she appears as a bird, it was all dark. And if someone would have used a flash there, it would have ruined it. So, I can understand why. But I'd love to have had a few photos. So here's the Ember Sights. Now that is off of running up the hill, running up the hill 12-inch. That is. There's nothing really new or original on there. Well, that's new to me. I haven't got that one. I wonder if it's got the Larry Adler one, because I've got this Larry Adler tribute to him. Running up the hill, Big Sky. Experiment 4, because that was only on the whole story, wasn't it? Oh, there's a few underneath the ivy. The same picture again. Wow. Yeah, don't overdo it with the pictures. Well, don't put any new pictures in. Yeah, these are all. You'd have thought they'd put a few new bits in. Since this is extras, fair enough for that for one, because that is on a 12-inch. But you don't need to repeat it when that's the only other artwork really. Right, bang there. You could have put something different there, couldn't you? Or there. Never mind. I'm Still Waiting, 1989. Well, anyway, there we are. That's all the tracks that are on there. Okay, well that's the unboxing, unwrapping done. But what I will do is I'll just go and get my albums. I'll just go and get these two. See if they're the same. And I'll show you my program guide and a few odds and ends from the concert as well. Yeah, that's exactly the same. But I mean, if this is remixed, right, and this one isn't, how do you tell the difference? I mean, have they been remixed? Oh, that's interesting. All right, on the copyright here, if I can get that to focus, please. Ah, there we go. 2018 on that one. And on this one, 2011. So they are different, but that's about the only way you can tell them apart. Make sure I've got the right one. That's the old one. pretty much they're the same, so they haven't done anything for the box set. I would have hoped they'd have kept them all uniform and made them like the last box set in that same fashion, with like a blow up of a bit of the album cover on the inside and an open out. But no, it's a right mismatch. They don't match with each other at all. There is no uniformity in this box set. Plus scratchy CD type things as well. So I will put some covers on all them CDs. Yeah, these are these little things I've been telling you about. So you know that's going to scratch. You can't even bend this because it's hard. So it's very hard to get this out without scratching the CD. But even these are quite a tight fit for the CDs. They could have been a little bit loose, so they just fit. Mind you, I suppose you don't want them too loose. And that's what I use to keep the discs from getting scratched. Anyway, while we're here, how about having a look at the tour guide that I bought when I saw the concert? Or you might like to see that. So here was my ticket. 135 quid. A lot of money for a ticket, but it was worth it. Actually, didn't take off the end, did they? Didn't take the stub off. It's rather nice. And once again, it's that same style inside here. Yeah, so when the confetti cannon blew into the air, like in that picture, yeah, these rejected. So I picked up a few of them. I gave a few to my next door neighbour because he had the original programme from the first concert, so I gave him a few of them and got him a programme as well. Yeah, I got a few of them. You may wish to pause. Oh, well, is it open out? Oh, that's strange. Oh, they're all doubled over inside. I hadn't realised that before. They're actually a strange way of doing it, isn't it? You may wish to pause. Ninth wave. I picked up quite a few of these confetti things. People even came from upstairs to come and grab a few of them. I think I saw some on eBay actually. It was a TARDIS then for a minute. That's the boy. What do they call it in America? Bowie or something. Quite a nice programme, isn't it? Apparently she got very cold and upset in there. I think she was in there for hours. It's quite nice. There was a little red light that was flashing. I think there was a sound, like a little beep that went along with it every time it flashed, which sort of set the atmosphere for the beginning, because I think you hear that and then gradually that screen comes on at the very beginning. Oh, I said there must be a DVD or Blu-ray of the performance out by now. If I get a lot of questions about the show in the comments, I might do another video and talk a bit more about it. I'm just very lucky and glad that I was able to go. There was a bit when they sort of carried her off the stage and into the audience a little bit and then out of a side door, and I thought the woman next to me was going to have a heart attack. She's like, "Oh, Kate, okay, Kate." I was like, oh God, it's just another human being, dear, singing a song. Don't get too carried away. I mean, I think this was her son, I think, doing the painting bit. That was a bit boring. It was the beginning of the second Accept Me, Accept My Son. flat. Oh, Aventim Apollo, that's it. Oh, I just call it Hammersmith. By the motorway. There we are. It was a few years back. Oh, it was never 6 years ago. Well, 5 and a bit years ago. Was it really that long ago? Wow. Oh, there we are. So that was actually, let's get back on track here. That was the Part 2 CD box set with a load of discs that don't match at all. Apparently have been remixed. But I say I got them for £38, so I thought that was okay. And that's not bad for all them discs, is it? But I am actually rebuying a lot of albums I've already got. So I've got that one, I've got that one. I never bought the director's cut. I didn't, you know, once you hear a track, it's always the first. Well, quite often it's usually the first one you like the most, isn't it? So, anyway, there we are. So that was Kate Bush's Remastered Part 2. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.